welcome again to 360 Issues, live right here on 7FM 103.9 Onitsha. A bill of an act to amend the Medical and Dental Practitioners Act, laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to mandate any Nigerian trained medical or dental practitioner to practice in Nigeria for a minimum of 5 years before granted a full license by the council in order to make quality health services available to Nigeria. Was sponsored by Honorable Ganiu Johnson. In his leader debate, Johnson said that the proposed legislation seeks to cure the exodus of brain drain and build the manpower in medical sector. He opined that the Nigerian trained medical or dental practitioners must work in the country for a minimum of 5 years, before they are granted full licenses. Opposing the bill, however, Honorable Nkem Abonta described it as offensive, saying that I have the eyes of seeing bills that will not move on well. What this bill is asking is offensive. The bill is asking that any Nigerian trained medical doctor must mandatory train 5 years before he can be given license after qualification. You must work here compulsorily. That's not obtainable in any clime. And that is the truth. The normal way things are done is when you go to school and then you come and you graduate, and then you go through to do, as for the doctors, your housemanship and whatever, your trainings and everything, and then you come out, you are given, the license to actually operate in the country as a doctor. Now they are saying that for you to get that license, even though you've gone through the entire process, for you to get that license, you must first and foremost work in this country for 5 years. So if I don't work in Nigeria, maybe already while I was in school, I already had people giving me offers and telling me to come to the UK or the US to come and work, that I will not be given that license, and as such, it means when I go over there, I must start all over again. The entire process I went through before I am now given license to actually operate, because I was not given the license here in Nigeria. That's what it means. And if that is the case, it is totally wrong, because you cannot, what are you asking? It seems as if you're asking the person to still prove themselves for the next 5 years. I have already proven myself. I have been through all the schools. I have been through all the trainings. I've been through every single, rigorous processes that have been set up to make sure that you come through and then have the best doctors. And I have done that. I have excelled in that role. And you are still asking me to prove myself for the next 5 years. In truth, when you look at all of these things, it seems that they are realizing that a lot of these people, a lot of doctors, after school here, know that they would not make it in the country because the country does not provide them with the necessary, platform in terms of having the necessary facilities, and then also providing them with the funds that they need as well as doctors. Doctors should be paid. I see the reason why I will be saving lives, and you don't want my own life to be saved. I cannot be saving lives and then my family are starving. I cannot put food on the table, but I'm a doctor who has been to school. You know how many years it takes for you to become a doctor, and then you've been through all of those processes, and then you come out and you're there trying to save life. I understand, yes, that you've actually taken an oath to save life, which is true. But it does not mean that I'm going to save life and then risk the life of my own family or risk my own life as well. Because how can I be a very good doctor doing my job when I'm not eating as well? You have to think about all of these things. Now, like I said before, when we spoke about something else here, you've never seen a situation where the lawmakers go on strike. We have never seen them go on strike. They are always there because they always get paid and on time. They get paid on time. None of them ever complains that government is owing us 19 million naira for this month, or they're owing us 18 million naira, as the case may be, or they're owing us for the last sitting. We don't see that happen. But when it comes to doctors who are supposed to be given that respect, we don't see that like with them. They always go on strike. They always complain about one thing or the other. Remember the other time you're talking about not being paid for close to a year or so. And then you ask yourself, how is that even possible? So if that doctor does not have a private practice that he runs for himself that gives him money to get to take care of himself and his family, he would actually be in debt, and of course he will be suffering because he's not being paid for the services that he's providing for the entire country, and that is terrible. Now, what they are trying to do right about now is the fact that they have realized that most of these people are now seeking greener pastures in different countries, and they want to see a way to tie them down because we are losing our best minds to other countries. We're losing our best minds to the UK. Yeah. Like I said before, I have someone who I know who actually came last year and they moved a lot of them, about over 200 of them, from their hospital, and she was part of those people that was moved to UK. And right about now, she's working in the UK as a nurse, and she's earning a whole lot of money, enjoying herself, flexing and just sending me pictures. So imagine that. It's been happening. And now they are realizing that we are losing our best minds because the best people get the jobs over there. So what I want to say is, if you're going to pass a bill to keep the doctors here for the next 5 years, there should also be a bill that will stop our lawmakers, our politicians from also traveling out to go and get medical checkups and all those things are over there. I think if you want to treat yourself, remain here. Since the doctor is going to remain here in the country, you should remain here and then let them treat you with the quack whatever we have right here in the country. Would that be mediocre facilities and all of those things that we have right here. Until you guys learn to understand that things must be put in place, then we should not be thinking towards this direction.
In the first place, everybody works to get money. You can't tell me that I am doing it for free will or something. I can do free will, but the number one priority of me going to school and coming out of it is for me to earn money. I've paid government, so I need to collect money back. I need to earn it back to myself in order to do what? Make life and enjoy life, just because I've paid for it. The doctors have tried their best to go through some stages and going through the school and everything. Coming out now is to start earning money to make themselves feel comfortable in life. Some things that our lawmakers do is make law that is favorable to them and not to others. Why did I say this? You passing bill that they must practice in Nigeria for 5 years before them traveling. You should ask yourself, what are the reasons that is making these people moving out of this country? Number one, if you are able to get the answer to it, then you give solution to it before you come out to do what? To pass that bill. If you now find solution to it, then they now still go out. Then you now call them that, what do you need that we are not giving you, that you are now making the life of the people here? Once we don't have good doctors, the health of the people, we are at risk already. So they will let them know that they've tried for them. So what else do they need? But in as much as they are not doing that, I do not see the reason why you would tell me not to go look for where I'll get greener pasture. I will look for where it's comfortable for me as a person. And I know that I might not even work as the way I'm working here. Because in Nigeria now, doctors, they might be called in the midnight. I must say kudos to them. They might be called anytime, even with them being with their family. Give them a call, doctor, your attention is needed. I'm telling you, immediately they get to the hospital. They do not have the life of their own. Now, the little one they will be getting, they are not getting it. So I must say this bill should not be passed until everything they need is solved in the first place before them passing it. Then, if they now solve it and these people are still going ahead to travel out of this country, then they need to do something about it.
If you ask me, I would say that passing that bill or having this kind of thought in mind shows that they actually don't have a plan for the health sector. Because these are people that, do you know that studying medicine in school is a sacrifice? I have friends that studied medicine. These guys don't sleep. They read throughout the night. Me personally, I know I can't try that. I cannot try that. And there's some concepts, when you see it, even the pronunciation does not make sense. How do you even get acquainted with this particular kind of words? It's a whole lot of it's a whole lot of commitment. And then coming out to go out to fight for greener pastures, you want to still limit them again. I want to ask, is the system created to make people free or to enslave them? Because this is another level of enslavement. I came out from school. I got an opportunity to travel out to make ends meet for myself, and you still want to inhibit me from traveling, tie me down from doing that. If you are, see, the health sector is not the only aspect where you scream brain drain. Even the tech sector, guys and female in tech, they leave the country because they know that the other countries are favorable for them to thrive on. I think what they should look at now is to find the source. Before you start dealing with it, if there is a problem, what you should find first of all is the source of the problem. When you find the source of it, you take care of it. Look at, Dorcas mentioned something during the break. She said that even our general hospitals, when you go there for tests, they will refer you to another private hospital. Meaning that the general hospitals don't have the equipment needed for that particular test. Why do they have, and sometimes they don't even have people that is as qualified as those people, because the qualified ones, the government will not pay them. And they definitely, the reason why I went to school is to come out, help myself, help my people. I borrow my mom now. I don't my mom my doctor. Or borrow source no. It should show. It should show. These people, they actually, it's as if they gave their life to the people. Because in the middle of the night, they receive a call, you put somebody on money, and even in Nigeria, that a doctor receives a call in the middle of the night, Banyemo to call, he or she is not sure of security too. So there are a lot of things to take care of in Nigeria. We should, like Ray said, we should stop putting a square peg in a round hole. We should do things the right way, and they know what to do. The most important thing is for them to do what should be done. If they want to pass that bill, they should also pass the bill that our gas at the top should cut their salaries so that they can use some part of their salaries to help develop the health sector. Because these people are the ones working. After they work, some persons don't even have time to spend with their families, but these other ones, their duty there is to shout I and nay. And then some persons is to sleep. Some persons have not even moved any motion since they went there, but they will still collect salary, they will still collect their money. What about those people that are really doing the work? These people now, they carry human life on hand. So make sure that they are okay. If everything is okay here in Nigeria, there is no need for them to travel outside the country.
I think there is a need for us to also cut the salaries of those senators and then lawmakers, all of them. Cut the salaries, use that salary to pay people that need it. I can't just be sleeping in office every single time. Every time I talk, when I'm awake to shout I or nay. And then you have a lot of people who are working
They actually
day in, day out. What do they do?
They sign documents.
Sign what?
There are some people that have not. There are some people there who have not raised a motion for 4 years, for 8 years. Some people there who have not fought to actually do anything for their people. That is not the truth.
Understand what they are there to do.
Then why are you there?